Hi Jess and hi Laura. So I'm actually in the library at the Ippolic School here in Barrow and thought I would give you a little bit of comments in between seeing student teachers. It's 12 o'clock over here. We just had lunch. So I watched your lessons, and just so you know, there are actually two different science lessons. The one lesson is where you did all the post-it notes. That's the part I saw, and then the video with, I think it's Bill Nye, the science guy. That was only about 10 minutes long, and then the other one was about almost a half an hour, 27 minutes. And that's fine. I'm not sure why it had a, the videos didn't load right, but it was interesting because all of the videos that you had sent me had very little on them in terms of the megabytes, but these two that came through both had a lot more. So I just think there's some issue maybe with the camera, but I'm not sure. I'm hoping that you've got the video clips for your study of teaching. So if I look down a little bit, that's because I'm looking at my notes. So instead of having a conversation, we'll kind of have a one-way conversation where I will be giving you some of my thoughts about your lesson, and then if I have some questions, which I will have a few, I would really like you to respond to those by an email maybe. So really nice job. First of all, it was really great to see both of you teaching. Really nice support of each other in the lesson. The longer lesson that I saw today, when Jess was getting ready to do the movement, Laura said, well, how about we model that for them, or do a demo, is what she said. I thought that was really great, and just a nice way that you're supporting each other with the students in terms of your practicum. Since I don't have the pleasure of getting to see you actually in person, I could see some of that. You should also know that this video was absolutely not in focus whatsoever. So a lot of the detail, I think maybe your cooperating teacher was going around with a video camera, but a lot of that detail that she tried to pick up with the student recording sheets, I couldn't see it. It'll make much more sense to you because you taught the lesson, so I hope it'll be a good video for you to analyze some of your teaching. The second video where you were doing the post-it notes, and then it was Bill Nye the Science Guy, that one was really clear and was fine. So anyway, obviously a lot of organization in this lesson. I think you did really well with that. I really liked the movement part, just really, really good. Laura, you did such a nice job at the beginning of helping the students to think about all of the different solids and what those particles look like. I liked that idea of putting your fingers on your heart, if to kind of check for their understanding. I thought that was a really nice move that you did, so really nice. I also really like the exit card, and I'm just really curious. So this is actually a question I have for you. So since we can't do it in person, what did you learn from those exit cards that they completed? Do you think they had the understanding that you were hoping for about the 3 states of matter? It looks to me like they got it, but that's me. Oh, my phone is ringing. Oh well, it's on pause, silent. Sorry about that. So I guess some other questions that I had for you is, what do you think about when you're getting ready to call on kids, and part of that video was just of like a small group of kids, so it was hard to tell how you were calling on kids. Maybe you can just write me a little few sentences about how you decide to call on kids and who you call on. I'm just interested in that, that piece of it, since I can't really understand that part of it. How do you think the kids did? I'm kind of thinking about behavior-wise during the movement activity. Do you think that that was engaging for them as they did that movement activity? And I guess the other question that I have is, at one point, one of you asked a question, something like this: would you like to explain your drawing to the class? And I'm wondering if you kind of are thinking about that kind of a question. Would you like to do anything? And how might you phrase that in a way that invites kids to actually respond versus kind of giving them a choice? So think about that, how, in your teaching, you can avoid questions like that. Would you like to da-da-da-da-da? But instead say, who would like to? Versus would you like to? I think that might be better. So maybe you can write a little bit about what you're learning about those kinds of questions to me. And I don't ask for reflections, but just because this is kind of the time that I wish I could be sitting with you and talking with you and hearing more about what you thought went well. That's why I'm asking you to do this. And that's actually what I'd like to end with, Laura and Jess, is if you could tell me the things that you think went well with these lessons that you did around matter and the 3 phases of matter. It looks to me like the kids were really well engaged, which is really awesome. But I'd like to hear more from you about how you think they went, and then what are some things you kind of are taking away. I mean, I know practicum's almost finished now. I wish, I was there, I could see them in person, but I at least got to see them through the video and the video clips, let's say. So talk to me a little bit about those kinds of things. And then the last thing is your focal students. How do you think they responded in the lessons that you did? Did they meet your expectations? Did they need extra, attention that maybe you hadn't thought about, or were there other challenges? So those are the things I'd like you to respond to me. And don't make this a huge, long reflection, but I just would like to, hear a little bit more. If you want to take the leap and do a videotape capture like I'm doing right now, or a video capture, that would also be just fine with me. I think that'd be really great, actually. So anyway, have a great rest of the day. It's a beautiful day here in the Arctic, but it's only about 27 degrees. I think it's a lot warmer there, but it's very beautiful here too. Take care, both of you, and I will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.